We're here playing some Aeon's End. We did chapters 1 and 2 of Aeon's End: The New Age. It's only on Friday, only the other day. You can see them kind of in slightly edited forms on the channel if you've missed them so far. Yeah, this is going to be a brand new chapter to us. We did do those two ages and ages ago, and we finally got through them properly this time. But will we manage chapter 3 or H? It's a complete surprise. I have opened the envelope because I had to set the game up, but I haven't really looked at anything that it does. I've only really looked at the setup instructions, so we'll discover it all together, eh? Yes, all of this is possible thanks to Patreon, patreon.com/slickerdrips, if you'd like to support the channel and help keep things happening. Oh yeah, thanks James. The Patreon robots will tell you all about that and post you a handy link. Yeah, your support is everything. It's the reason that any of this happens. Thank you for all of that. So, I think that is all the setup we need. We'll get into what everybody does when we've had the story, because I'm not supposed to have opened that envelope yet.
You trek through the woods for hours before Rhea spots something odd. An old man collapsed by a tree a few yards ahead, surrounded by piles of yellowing bones. The man looks haggard, his skin grey and drooping. If he hadn't been clutching his distinctive chain, you might not have recognised Talix, but the Talix you know is a young man in his prime. Soskel rushes over and kneels beside Talix, laying a hand on the side of his face. "Commander!" Talix's voice is a pained wheeze. "Be careful, it's still nearby." He points a withered finger towards the skeletons. You recognise the symbol of Zaxos on their cloaks, the same cloaks the men who set Magoth on you wore.
Uh-oh. Doesn't sound good.
Talix is overcome by coughing. You look up to see leaves age and disintegrate before your eyes. As their branches grow thin and grey, you stand and turn to see a skeletal creature, almost human-shaped, dripping with void essence. Where it stops, the grass withers and dies. You move in front of Talix, ready to defend him.
Okay.
Open envelope 3A.
So, I've opened envelope 3A, and inside that envelope we have got the Ageless Walker. There he is. He's got 80 health. His unleash when any player exiles a card in their hand. Unleash, any player must exile a card in hand or the top of their discard pile. This is the start of the exile pile. It's the most expensive card we've got in the supply. We've also got a Curse of Aging was part of the setup rules. This cannot be destroyed or exiled. When it's in your hand, immediately suffer a damage and draw a card, and then discard this card. So, that's not great. And then for the additional rules, when a card is exiled, put it face up on the top of the exiled pile, even if it's empty. Cards may be gained from the top of the exiled pile as if it were a supply pile by paying the cost +1. Players may look through the exiled pile at any time. Okay, so we can still get some stuff from there. And other than that, so we went through all of the new stuff, didn't we, at the end of the last stream? We've updated the market, I think this time with all of the new possible cards. Our level 2 treasure card we've taken, Carapace Fragment. So basically, whenever we gain a card from a supply pile we've picked the Resonant Pearl. Whenever we gain a card from it...
I'm going to stop us. We have to do it on a relic or spell.
Yeah, I thought that was too tasty. Shall we do it on
the Pain Conduit? Or the darts, because they're cheap, so we're probably more likely to buy them.
Yeah, I think the Pain Conduit's just a one-off, isn't it?
No, well,
it goes back into your discard pile and comes back later. Should we have it on some... We could have it on the Pain Conduit, and then... They're both good, aren't they?
Get the darts, perhaps.
Yeah.
Do it on the darts. Do it on the darts.
Start getting some damage cards. So whenever we buy a tethered darts, we get to focus a breach, which is going to help us out a bit. That's the other special thing we've got. And I am the new breach mage we unlocked, Soskel, the aristocrat. So I've got these energized tokens I can be placing in places. We need to see whose turn it is, don't we? Start from that. First up, it's the Nemesis, right off the bat. And we've got even more, like in the pack of 3A cards that we got, even more of these upgraded basic cards, so the deck is getting nastier and nastier. So, Unleash twice. Any player exiles a card in their hand or the top of the discard pile. Basically, we can't choose discard pile because we can't destroy or exile this Curse of Aging. So Yeah, so we just do it one each. Yeah, we've got to exile the top card of our things.
I
So
thought it was all your hand.
a hand. Okay.
Let's get rid of a crystal. Some right back for one later.
Yeah, a standard crystal. I think I don't want to get rid of my special cards or anything like that. So, oh yeah, I can have my hand out here, can't I? And Gravehold suffers a damage, so that's not too bad. I don't think I've backed anything for a bit of a while. I backed Mythwind, but that was in a group pledge. I think that's from last year. I think we're just sorting stuff out from that, but I don't think that was from this year. I think I've managed none so far. Things will just arrive, but we'll see. So that's it. That's the first attack. Next up, we've got player 2. That's me, isn't it? So I have got a little bit of money. I've got my Garu's Torch. I might as well get out. So this lets you either deal 1 damage or focus any player's breach. I thought that might be good to start up, getting our things unlocked along with that treasure level 2 card we've got. So I've got 3 money basically. I might buy that Tethered Darts then and get some breaches focused. So whenever we buy one, we can focus a breach. So I'm going to buy a Tethered Darts. That goes into my discard pile. And I'm going to focus my 4. Might as well. It says just one of your breaches. Might as well focus the most expensive one. Oh, the lucky coin. I can lose a charge to gain an additional 2 money. I haven't got any charges yet, so I won't be doing that. And I think that's the end of my turn until that spell goes off. Who is next? Me again. So my torch can go off. I can deal a damage, but I think I'm going to focus my 4 breach again. So that is halfway, isn't it? 2 more, and that's open. I didn't draw a hand, which is going to make this turn a bit harder. So, deal a damage. I'll just get that in there. And then I've got my 4 crystals. I think it's tempting to get another Tethered Darts, but early on, it's good to get a little bit of economy going, a little bit of money. And if Rach gets these 2, we can generate some more. And I can use my 4th. Well, actually, do I care that crystal's been exiled? It will hold me back a little bit, but maybe I'm happy that that's been exiled. Because basically I've replaced a crystal with a Resonant Pearl now.
I've got like 1 spare, it might be worth bringing back because we'll need more to... Remember, we're going to keep exiling cards. So if you ever get like a spare money, like if you've got like 2...
Yeah, I have got a spare money now. Yeah, maybe I should get it back. So I can buy back a crystal for 1. It's 1 more than the asking price is from the exile pile. Yeah, because it will keep getting rid of things, won't it? So that's that. Draw up my next hand. Yeah, I don't imagine anything's going to be massively different, but like it all works well together then when you've just got it kind of... That's the thing we were wondering about last time. Does it all work well? If you just put all of Aeon's End in a box at this point and randomized it, does it all work nicely still? Because we haven't got many games we've done that with, but like Legendary, Marvel Legendary, we had tons of, and it got to the point where, yeah, random setups got a bit miserable. So when this is in your hand, so I imagine as soon as I draw it, I suffer the damage and draw a new card and discard that one. Okay. So that's my 2 turns. Who's it going to be next? Oh, you've already drawn it.
Yeah.
Nemesis is going to do a temporal leap. It's power 3, so we can't do anything about this. In 3 Nemesis turns' time, we are going to have to exile 2 of the cards in our hand.
Right. I think one of the strategies is going to have to be like just beefing up our hands as much as we can.
Yeah, we're probably just going to have to buy loads of cards. Right then. So that's all they do though. So it's you twice in a row then, Rach.
So I'm going to have to spend 2 to...
No spider, Monica.
Okay, so I'm going to buy the darts, which lets me focus a breach, which then will let me put that there.
Okay.
It.
Yep. If you focus the breach, you can...
I don't start with any...
Yeah, we've looked in other Aeon's End games, and effects that let you focus a breach, I'm pretty sure you still get the effect of being able to cast a spell to it as if you had paid to focus it. But yeah, like that's why like in this I've tried to like whenever these new cards are unlocked, just get them in, and whenever a new breach mage is unlocked, one of us is going to play as it. So like it'll encourage it to be as different as possible. Because if we did go through that whole 4-player campaign, I think I probably would have stuck with my guy where you put the charges on his breach and his attacks permanently have extra power from that one, combined with that imbued smash, or any card where the Fatal Harmony we've just gained now, any card where it's like there are 2 sources of damage and each source is affected by +1s and things on there. Yeah, like it's easy to kind of go for a similar thing. But I imagine like there would be less of that, right? If you just randomized the entire thing, there would be a lot less of that, wouldn't there? So you need to go again, don't you, Rach? But it is like often down to the wire, winning or losing it.
So 1 damage
To
the Nemesis.
the Nemesis is on 79.
Let you heal up.
Yeah.
Well,
You got your Emerald Shard.
And then I'm gonna buy. I'll buy the pearl.
Yeah.
Which is 3, and then I'll buy that crystal back. So go on there.
Yeah. Okay. I should have been shuffling this. Let's get that app ready. So, first up now is going to be Rach again. So she's got her Curse of Aging. It's taking the damage. And then what are you up to?
Okay. So then I'm going to open my breach with that.
Yeah. Hi, Matt. Welcome.
Put the
You alright?
darts in.
Yeah.
Use this. I get +2 when I buy a relic to buy the pain conduit.
Yeah.
And then I'll save my spark. So I don't think I'll draw a spell next turn.
Okay. So is that all your money spent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you opened a breach with it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, Nemesis. We need to get a token off that temporal leap. And then, I know that's the turn order deck. We have got an attack, Age Siphon. Any player exiles a spell in their hand or discard pile. Gravehold suffers 2 damage.
I'll
Do you want to?
how this spark.
Oh yeah, it's hand, isn't it?
It'll
Yeah.
be 1 to get it back anyway.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That is your only spell, though. I thought you were keeping that. Do you want to exile a crystal instead? I thought you were keeping that because it was your only. You weren't going to have a spell otherwise.
It says a spell.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But I can just buy it back. It's a cheap spell. It's the cheapest spell as well. And it's
Cool.
Overbishop.
Okay. And Gravehold suffers 2 damage. And at least that's that. No minions yet. I thought with especially at the 2-player count for the cards, you don't use that many basic cards at this point. It's all upgraded ones, and I don't know if any upgraded ones have been minions yet. So I think there's fewer minions in it. It depends on, if there's only one basic level 1 card, it's up to the shuffle of the cards, isn't it? Which one that's going to be. So, racing over the Patreon bot. You timed it right. Oh, it's me. So I just have a spark. There's no minion to attack, so that can just go on.
It's got a lot of health.
The Nemesis. We could sort that out. And then definitely want to cast. I want to prep the spell that focuses someone's breach. I would like. Well, I might as well buy something, focus that breach, and how much money have I got? I haven't got any charges to activate the lucky coin. I've only got 3 money. I think I'm going to use that to buy the tethered darts so that I can focus a breach. Because then, by focusing a breach, that lets me prep a spell to it, which can be the tethered darts. So I've got 2 things prepped for next time, and so 1 will actually do damage, and that's 1 away from being opened. Can I? That's interesting. I imagine I would be able to. Next turn, would I be able to cast that first, focus my 4 breach?
Can you focus a breach?
I'm not sure.
Got a spell?
I'll have a look. Hopefully I'm not the next player. It's the Nemesis next. So the Nemesis, remove a power token from there, and a minion is finally here. Enveloping Ooze. Where did I put all those dice? Oh, Rach's gone. So every Nemesis turn, Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Any player discards the top card of their deck. Who's next, Rach? I hope it's you so I can do some Googling.
It is me. So, 2 damage. Shall I do it to the minion then?
Yeah. So minions on 3.
Eee. Right. Have you got a pearl?
I've bought one, haven't I? I haven't. Oh, in my hand. I haven't
Yeah.
drawn my hand. 4, 5. I have got a pearl.
You may discard it.
May I?
2, 3, 4, potentially 5 money.
Okay, I will then. Oh, I've just got crystals next time.
What shall I do? Do I want to gain a life? Probably not yet. I'm gonna buy for 5 money this energized rubidium.
Yes, you can focus a breach with a spell prepped on it, and you can execute the actions of your casting phase in any order you wish.
Done.
Next up, it's me. So I will focus the 4 breach first, because that's going to open it. It's the last focus. And then the tethered darts will do 3 damage, which I will do to the enveloping ooze. So that hasn't had a chance to happen. And then I could put it in your hand, Rach.
I won't be able to say
It just won't come back, will it?
No, not for a while.
But you haven't got a spell, have you?
No.
So I think I will give it to you. And then I've got 5 money. So I could go for the really good crystals. The imbued smash is nice. Or the new fatal harmony. The fatal harmony gets better when other people have got it. So it does 4 damage. But if someone else discards a fatal harmony, it does 3 extra damage. So in just one big go. All boosted by plus tokens. So a pain conduit as well would really help. So I think 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I could have afforded the bouncing boom goes off twice. Echo means the whole thing goes off twice, and it's +1s. I think I might just go with yeah. Let's go with the. Rach isn't going to be able to buy Fatal Harmony for ages though either.
Well, I could have bought one last turn, but I didn't really.
I'll go for the imbued smash at the moment anyway. That's it for me. You shuffle the turn order, Rach.
I suppose so.
So we know my Curse of Aging is next. So I just suffer a damage and discard that, and get in my hand. At least I've got some spells for next time. It's just money this time, and a couple of spells. So I've still got a tethered darts I could put in. So it's Rach up next.
Okay, so pop that there. So attach this to. Should I attach it to mine?
Yeah.
Just because I've already got a spell prepped.
Yeah. I would only attach it to mine if I'd had the imbued smash or something that would.
But that'll do 2 extra damage when it goes off.
Yeah.
Just hard to put it in. I don't know what the best way. Right, I've got 4 money, or 6 if I buy a relic, or 3 for a spell, 3 for a relic.
Oh,
You
that's
can buy more
alright
than
then.
one thing, can't you?
Yeah.
So I'll buy a spell.
So you can focus a breach.
Oh, there's only one left in that pile now.
Yeah.
With those, and then 3, I'll buy a pain conduit.
Yeah. You find someone to paint your Destiny's miniatures. Oh, it'll be lovely. It'd be tougher for the painter, isn't it? Because they're tiny. Well, like normal size minis. So small to paint. Right, so get rid of this. We've got to do this now then. We've got to collectively exile 2 of the cards in our hands.
Okay, well, I've just got 2 crystals here. And you've got 2 crystals.
But do you want to get rid of your crystals? Because that's my only money.
Yeah.
Well, I would have one. I would have one money.
Buy them back.
Yeah.
If I needed.
And it's thinning out.
I know, but if we don't buy the sum back, then we're going to be getting rid of expensive cards eventually.
Yeah. So that's gone. And we get an attack. Unleash. So any player exiles. So I'll exile a crystal. And then any player suffers a damage and discards a card from their hand.
Oh, you should have done that one.
Why?
Because your crystal came from your hand. I could discard the top of my
deck.
Yeah. Oh, deck.
Oh, your discard pile.
Unleash.
Well,
Top card of their discard pile.
I'll exile that one,
So I can
and I'll discard this one.
Okay.
And then it's not a gem, and Gravehold
Take
doesn't suffer any damage.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And that's it for them. So next up, number 2, me. So I'll just cast my single spell, and then I've only got 2 money. So I suppose I'll get a charge. Not a very good turn.
You could have bought some stuff back. But it would have only been crystals.
Yeah, I'm not too bothered about them yet. Next up, Rach.
Okay. 4 damage.
The boss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be on 74. Yeah.
Put that there. Right. You can, if you want, discard a card and get a charge. Or I've got a pearl. If you want to do the pearl thing.
Yeah, maybe I could get a thing with 3 money still. I will discard a card for a charge. I should probably try and get these energized tokens out.
I'll buy that for 5, then with the extra money, I'm going to buy a crystal back.
Yeah.
Just so there's some junk in my deck to discard.
Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of tentacles in Cthulhu. Is that the one with the enormous Cthulhu? I forget which one. Hi, Hans. Good afternoon. Oh, you're just in time for Nemesis time. And it's another, not a minion. Hissing Acid. We can discard this with 6 money. Power 3. Reveal the top card of the turn order deck. If it's a player turn order card, unleash 3 times. Otherwise,
It is going to be a player.
Otherwise, any player suffers 5 damage. You don't know that.
Oh, well, that was now.
So that's their new card, and then it's me. So I've got my tethered darts, deal 2 plus 1 damage. I don't think I'll pass them to Rach this time. She's got a couple of spells, and they're not coming back for a while. So it's on 71. Then I've got my imbued smash. I want to be in a place that's got extra damage. I could do my Garoo's torch, do some breach focusing, and then I've just got 3 money. So I could get the tethered darts, but I think I might want some more money to try and
Yeah, the pearl maybe.
do some things. I was thinking of a pain conduit for the imbued smash. I'll get a pearl for now.
Put that in there.
And then shuffle that, Rach. Then my hand for next time is some crystals, and the Curse of Aging comes out, down to 7 health. Not a great turn next time, just basic cards.
Chew.
So, at least I got my imbued smash though. So I'll do that, deal 4 damage, and if I discard a card, I can do 2 damage to the Nemesis. But each of those instances is +1, thanks to the breach. So it's actually 8 damage to the boss. So
Nice.
it's on 63. And with the torch, I think I'll keep focusing breaches. Focus your 3, Rach. So that we need to get one of them open. Oh, the imbued smash went off first, so that can go in there. And then what am I doing? So I can lose a charge to get 2 extra money there if I want to. The spark might as well just go in because I've got nothing else. So I've got 3 money, potentially 5 if I lose a charge to do something. I think so. It's not quite enough for a bouncing boom or anything like that. Could just go cheap again and not give up the charges, get energized tokens out that give people charges, don't they? When you cast something, they give you a charge. I think I might just buy a pain conduit and keep hold of the charge. So I haven't used this lucky coin yet, for its ability anyway. And then pay for 5 new cards. So I've got a couple of pearls this time. So I should be able to get 6 money, especially if you've got a pearl on your turn.
You want to beef out your deck as well, because this will always be the first card.
Yeah.
So like the longer it takes for you to go through,
Yeah. So the power token goes off from there, and we've got a minion at last.
12 health.
Yes, we're
Whoa.
going to need 2 dice, I guess. There's a 2. So immediately, any player exiles a card from their hand.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it.
Yeah,
Crystal.
because I can afford the thing if I go before the minion goes up. And then when the Nemesis goes again, we discard the most expensive card in our hand. Then it's Rach.
Here's me. So 2 damage to the minion.
Yeah.
Or minion? So it's the minion.
Oh, the minion, yeah. So,
off,
wrong one. So he's just got 10 left now.
Um.
Hi, Luke. Thanks for subscribing. If you're watching, you might have just been watching something else and clicked it. Yeah, well, I've started using. Well, it's been a while since I painted now already, but last time I had a painting splurge, I got some contrast paints. They were great. Okay, Rach.
I'm gonna heal.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other way.
Yeah.
And then buy Buy crystal.
Okay. So next up is me. I've got a spark prepped, so that's 1 + 1 damage because it's in my 4. I'll do that to the serpent, so it's on 8. And then for my turn, might as well prep the tethered darts to the 4. And then I've got Rach hasn't got a pearl, so I've got 2 for 6 money. I think that's just going to be what I spend my money getting rid of this power because it might not. The money might not line up in that way again. So that's my whole turn then. That was all of my money. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1's going to be the Curse of Aeon, isn't it? I'm on 6. And then I've got my Pain Conduit and my Imbued Smash. So the turn after next should be some great damage. Right. Who's next?
Rach. 4 damage to the...
You're doing it to the serpents?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 damage.
Just thinking, should
Patreon.com/slickerdrips if you'd like to support things. Marty would like you to.
I'm going to open this breach, I think. Well, I've just got this 3 money.
Yeah.
Wrap that to it. So now I'll be able to send them to you, if that's how we want to play. And then 3 on a relic, so I'll get another Pain Conduit because he's seen.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming out at the same time. Doesn't matter.
Okay. And then finally, it's the Nemesis. So we haven't got that power to worry about, but we've got to discard the most expensive card in hand.
Both of us.
Any one of us.
Might be my Fatal Harmony.
That might be the thing to do because I've got the...
Or shall I just get rid of this crystal?
Maybe. Yeah. Because we'd still do damage then, wouldn't we? Yeah, maybe that's the thing to do. So I'd like to keep the combo of the Conduit and the Imbued Smash in a turn together. Because also discarding it takes it out of the grouping. Like, depending on how many cards you've got, they probably won't stay grouped up for long anyway. But if they're next to each other, there's more of a chance, isn't there? So then, separate, unleash twice. So we've both got to exile some things. That's all the money that I've got.
Well, I've got what?
You can exile from
so
your...
I'll do the top card of my discard pile, then the top card of my
Okay.
top list. Worth having these crystals.
So I can buy some back. And then the player with the most expensive... Oh, Greyfall suffers 2 damage. And then the player with the most expensive prepped spell discards that spell. Well, we don't know who's going to go next, do we? So...
I'll just
a gamble. I don't know. I'll discard it.
Oh, it's only discard.
Yeah. Like, we want it to be the person going next, don't we? So at least it could have been worse.
Unfortunately, we can't predict that. Not this time.
Marty tends to snore more where he's in here. Was it in
He
the...
was doing some weird things the other night on his radiator bed.
Yeah, he was making some strange noises, like a lot more than his normal snoring. So again, discard the most expensive card in hand. So that's your only spell, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but then that's your only spell.
Yeah, I think the imbued smash though with the ether conduit will do like
I'll get rid of my spell again.
12 damage in one go.
Discards.
Yeah, just discard. Just discard it. Or did you exile that 5? Oh yeah, you don't want to exile it.
Oh, hang on then. That takes all that back then because that would have been on top.
Oh.
So then, if I discarded my top card,
I'll just do the 2 crystals in my hand then. But I'm kind of running out of money now.
well, no, just say I just did these then.
But then you've got to buy back that rubidium thing.
Well, no, take one of them back, and then I can discard this instead. So then you've still got 1.
Okay.
And now I have to get rid of this anyway.
Just discards, yeah. And then their new card, marked, unleash twice. So that's gone. Play with the lowest life, me, suffers 3 damage.
Unleash twice.
So what are we going to do? I suppose get rid of this basic
You can buy
attack.
it back.
Yeah, but I've got no money.
You can buy it back at any time. You can go through the deck, remember?
So that's that then. We need that well of energy.
I know I've been able to get 7 money.
And
Even
so,
with the thing.
like, it's my turn. I've only got 2 cards in my hand. So I'll cast that with the Pain Conduit, I guess. And then Rach.
There's 3 damage on there, which is really annoying. Shall I chuck this to you?
It's got 1. Yeah.
It goes in your hand, doesn't it? Just thinking whether to put my Pain Conduit on your thing. But then
Can you
we
have
do-
multiple cards attached to one?
Because then, well, we did it over the charges, so I was going
What
off
do
the
you mean?
same. That thing you boosted last time.
Yeah, but I can put
Yeah.
tokens on there. As far as I know. Oh, it is 1 attached relic per breach.
Okay.
That is in some rule somewhere.
Well, I'll attach it to mine then. Just so it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 money. You can discard a pearl if you want to get another card. I'm going to buy a charge.
Yeah, I'll just keep it and buy some things back. Or maybe a charge, because I can... Well, actually, I can't gain life. I have to give someone an energized token and then activate the whole thing again to remove the energized token, and someone can gain 4 health. So next up is Rach again.
Okay. So darts on that. Darts on there. Gain a life.
On 4.
Just thinking, do I buy a card back?
You can if you want, but you buy that.
No, you can go through the deck.
You can look through it, but you have to buy the card right on the top of the exiled pile.
Oh, let's get a charge. Oh, my
Okay.
bad. My bad.
Next up, Nemesis again. So, discard the most expensive card in your hand. Do you want to do that, Rach? Because you've got 2 Pain Conduits and no
Yep.
spells. And then a power, Chilling Scythe, discard, spend 7 money. In power 2, unleash the player with the lowest life suffers 4 damage, which would kill me. But
I feel like
7
we're
money.
a bit stuck now. We're in a bad place.
Yeah, well, I feel like it might turn around. Like I can't point to like a big thing that we did wrong, than just having turns in the wrong order. More than anything this time so far. So it's got to be me, right? I haven't gone. So the imbued smash. Do I massively waste it on the Timeless Serpent? I can't waste it on that. I would be doing 7 damage to a 1
Well, I'm
health
only
thing.
discarding an expensive card, we're not even getting rid of it.
I'm just going to do it all to the... I'll discard a crystal, so I can do the extra 2 damage, all to the boss. So this is 7 plus 5, 12 damage to the Ageless Walker. So it's on 51. And then, so all that's gone.
I thought I have 63 health left.
Yeah, I've just done 12.
I thought it said 7.
And then I can do the tethered darts and the spark. And I've got 4 money. Or I could lose a charge to gain 2 additional money. I think, yeah, I'm going to lose a charge. I'm not using these energized things at all. I should have just been someone else. I'm going to buy a big money card, and I'll buy one of my cards back with the last one. So that gives me 6, right?
I think it's been hard to buy charges because when we've had low money, we've bulked a deck up again, which seems to be what we need to do, but then we don't buy charges.
So 3, 4, 5. I've got that Curse of Aging again. I'm on 3 health. And just kind of a load of money. For all the crystals, I feel like I've given up. I feel like my deck's full of them still. So, Nemesis. Discard the most expensive card in your hand. Well, you haven't got to spell it. Have you for you? Thing. I suppose you could attach it to my spark. Then thing goes off there. And new card is another power. Spend 7 to get rid of it. And in 3 turns, unleash twice, exile a card from the most expensive supply pile. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. A couple of things we need 7 money for. And it's not another Nemesis turn, luckily. Rach.
Oh, whatever will I do with my 3 money? Anyway. Kill that serpent off because it's annoying me.
Yep.
And then for 5... Hang on. Yeah, 5. Because 3 plus my pain conduit.
Yeah, 5 damage to the boss. So it's on 46. Nearly halfway.
Okay. Should I? Because I wanted a well of energy. Get health up. Okay, let's be sensible. Let's get a recurring Jasper. Well, it's not going to be coming back for a while.
You only got 3, haven't you?
Oh yeah, it's not a relic.
Yeah.
Take that back.
That might help you get the
I
well
was
of energy at
thinking
some
of
point. The pearl's decent as
I know,
well.
I just
for us to
don't.
have
I haven't
loads of
got enough
pearls.
money
Next up is you again.
to be beefing up to the well of energy. That's the problem. Right, get. Hang on. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, I've got 7 money.
Yeah. So, do you want to get rid of one of these?
Yeah.
The one's about to go off.
Yeah. Yeah, because it'll kill you.
It will.
You can also, if you want, discard a card to get a charge, or discard a pearl to get a card. If you want to.
You don't need 1 money though, do you?
No.
I'll discard 1 to get a charge. Maybe we'll get an energizer eventually. And then it's going to be me. So there's no minions. I'll do the tethered darts, and they can just go to you. So 2 damage, plus 1 from the 4, and it can go to Rach. 3 damage to the boss, and then the spark is just another 1. So 4 altogether. Pops it on 42. And then, what have I got? Tethered darts, might as well go in the 4. And I've got a pearl and 2 crystals. For 4, I think this might turn out badly, but I'm going to buy 2 charges and then set my power off and put an energized token on my breach. And whenever I cast something from this, I will gain a charge, won't I? So that's probably something that I should have pushed more for early on, because as soon as you've got an energize, you get more charges, don't you? And we'll be able to put more energizers out. So hopefully it's not too late to turn it around. 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's next, Rach?
Nemesis.
So power token off that. And another power's coming in that we can't get rid of. The players collectively exile 2 cards in their hand or discard pile that cost 2 or more. And then is it me last?
Yeah.
So, tethered darts deal 2 damage, 3 damage. So it's down to 39. And I can give it to Rach, but she's already got 2 tethered darts, so I won't.
Anything to me.
I gain a charge because it's from the breach with the energized token in. And then I've got Imbued Smash, attach the pain conduit to it. I've got Garu's Torch, and then money. I've got 5. Rach hasn't got a pearl. I think so I could get some more damage. Can't afford the Well of Energy. I think I might just... anything for 3 money, it's just more pain conduits and things, isn't it? I think I'll get another pearl, and then I'll keep this pearl in my hand for my next turn. And it might just be the difference between one of us getting 7 money. So, drawing back up. There's the Curse of Aeon. And if you don't use all your cards, you're going through your deck slower, I suppose. I'll probably have to pay and do my power and get rid of that to heal back up a little bit. But will I get a chance? Rach.
Just can't get 7 money. Or even if I had charges and then a card that was 5, I could get it. Right. So Fatal Harmony first, so that's 5 damage. And you haven't got one in your hand.
No, I haven't got one at all. So 34 for the Nemesis. We're getting there.
Right, and then I've got 2 of them, 2 of them, and by charge.
Okay. Next up is me. So I've got another big damage thing, haven't I? So it's 12 damage, isn't it? We worked it out last time. It's 12 damage, and remember, I gain a charge because my Energize is there. I do have to discard a card to make that 12 damage happen. So I'll discard one of these, because I don't have 7 money anyway. Discard a crystal to make that damage happen. 12 damage, it's... you know, for all the worrying...
We might make it. We're
doing big chunks of damage from... It's just Imbued Smash is a great card, isn't it? And he hasn't really had any minions, so... there hasn't really been a choice of who to attack, because... there's only been... I think he's only had 2 out, hasn't he? Or maybe even 1. Right, so... oh, Garu's Torch. I can deal a damage, or someone can focus... a breach. I feel like maybe the damage is worth it. We don't seem to need more than a couple of breaches, do we? Just going to do 1 more damage, so he's on 21. And then cards left in my hand. Might as well cast the Spark there. And I've got 4 money, haven't I? So I think...
5 if you want.
No, 4 will be okay. I'll spend it on charges. And then it does break the Energize engine, but I'm going to discard the Energize token to gain 4 life. So I'm up to 6, which is a lot more manageable. So we should be in a bit of a better position from there. And then draw back. Oh, although I've got a kind of rubbish attack turn coming up next time. I've got a load of money in my hand. It's not 7. It's 7, I think, if you get a pearl.
I have got a pearl.
Have I had 2? Yeah, but it's not my turn, is it?
No. Oh, I see what you mean. It could have been your turn. So that's 4 damage. That's 5 damage. So 9 damage.
9 damage? We've not ended yet, Matt, but we're maybe not far away. The Nemesis has got 12 health.
And then
And I'm doing attacks that do 12 damage.
Excuse me, I just did 9. Makes a change. Right. I've got 2, 3, 4, or 6. Have you got a pearl?
Yep.
If I've got 7, I can get that heal spell. Although, are we even going to get to it?
I think I've healed myself now, so we're both on 6.
If you discard that pearl...
Well, your extra money is only for buying relics.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
So
Yeah,
What?
get that.
why don't you do something with your 2 money and keep hold of that pearl, and then
By charge.
the nemesis might get 2 turns before I go, so we might not be able to do anything about it. But if we do, and you've got that pearl, we can definitely have 7 money. It will be my whole turn, but it might not even be that much of a thing to worry about. Unleash twice, exile a card from a supply pile, and then Greyfold suffers 4 damage. It's got 25 health.
Got loads of money.
Okay. Next up is Nemesis. So token off each of these, and a new card is going to be another power. Spend 7 to get rid. Power 1. Unleash twice. Greyfold suffers 4 damage. Next up is 2. So it's me. So yeah, deal 2 damage to the Nemesis. It's on 10. And then, so if Rach discards her pearl, I've got 7 money. So I can get rid of, I suppose they're the same power, aren't they? It doesn't really matter. One's about to go off next turn. I suppose we'll get rid of one that makes a normal card expensive, because then it's blocking you getting your cheap cards back, I suppose, isn't it? It's the bad thing it's doing there. So that's all of my money. And then I've just prep a tethered darts, and that's my turn, I think. So it's Nemesis next, it's got to be. So 1 off there. This one goes off. So unleash twice.
I've got some crystals I can chuck.
Oh, I've got my Curse of Aging as well.
Right, let me chuck a crystal.
Yeah, I can chuck a crystal.
Yeah.
And then Greyfold suffers 4 damage, which it's still on 21. And then, yeah, new card hasn't come out yet. So Engulfing Madness, spend 8 to get rid of it. In 2, unleash twice, any player suffers 4 damage, which still like.
And the idea is that those things would kill us.
Yeah.
Before we kill it is the danger, isn't it?
Yeah, and that you just wouldn't have enough cards.
Yeah.
Like, if you'd let it get to a point, you just wouldn't have had enough cards to. Like, if I had been building up my energized thing, and not been buying cards early, I might have it might have broken the whole system up. Who's next?
Me.
You.
5 damage.
5 damage. So the boss is on 5 health. I can do 3 next turn.
I
But
was hoping I had a pain conduit, but I don't have a pain conduit because
13 damage the turn after
chuck
that.
that on there.
She's got money.
7.
I haven't got a pearl.
So there's no point buying the heal card now, but there's not really any point. Thing is, it's getting to the top of my pile, so
Not really.
I'm just going to buy a well of energy, because why not?
Yeah.
Who knows what will happen.
Okay. Nemesis. We've got things to do. Players collectively, because you need a deck, a hand of cards.
Oh.
Players collectively exile 2 cards in hand or discard that cost 2 or more. So, like, it wouldn't be terrible for me to get rid of the Pain Conduit at this point. Imbued Smash by itself would kill the Nemesis. And then...
Oh. Yeah.
The Nemesis has only got 5 health, hasn't it? So that's done. And then this one's still got 1 more turn. A new card is Hex of Destruction. Power 2, unleash twice, Greyfold suffers 4 damage, and a player destroys the top 4 cards of their deck. Oh yeah, that's a basic one, isn't it? Oh, we're getting into the 3s, we're getting into the nasties. So, will it go again? No, it's me. So my tethered darts do 3 damage, and can go to Rage, but it doesn't really matter at this point, does it? 3 damage, puts it on 2 health. And then cards, I've got the Imbued Smash, I've got the Torch, I've got 3 money. Rage can't gain any more charges. I don't really know.
Just get a pearl.
I particularly want.
Just get a pearl.
Get a pearl, why not? And then next up
Beautiful pearl.
is the Nemesis. So it's hanging on in there. Unleash twice. So
I'll chuck a crystal. I'll chuck
I
2
haven't got a hand yet.
I'll chuck 2 crystals.
And then any player suffers 4 damage. Who's closest to flipping their deck over?
You're closest to winning.
You're closest to I'm closest to flipping my deck over, I think, because the card that makes it lose a health is going to be on the top. But hopefully, I go. Well, I'll go before the next Nemesis anyway, won't I? And then it just depends on what this card does that it's going to draw. Hex of Destruction loses a power token, and then unfortunately it's an attack. It's okay though. Unleash twice. So just get rid of cards again.
Let me get rid
Any
of
player discards their 3 most expensive cards in hand. It doesn't really matter because
discard.
It's not going to have a chance to do anything else. That was its big last stand. It's me last. Imbued Smash, I can discard a card, and this will do... Well, it does 5 without me discarding a card. It's only got 2 health, hasn't it? There we go. We were worried a little bit early on, but I think it was pretty plain sailing, wasn't it? We were worrying about nothing. It's just that we'd run out of money, didn't we? And I was on like 2 health at one point. But generally, yeah, I'd say that's... It sounded cool to begin with, but yeah, the Ageless Walker didn't really have much of an effect, did he? The increased difficulty would be when a player gets that Curse of Aging card, they don't draw a card to replace it. So they have one fewer card for that time. And what... Is it like a higher difficulty than the other ones? Yeah, 4... I would assume so. Yeah, Magoth would be 3 with all the maggots, and Arachnos would have been 4. So this would have been a step up in difficulty. But yeah, I think there not being minions there makes a difference as well, because like the powers are nasty.
Damage went on.
Yeah, the powers are nasty, but the minions are doing an annoying thing, and they can be much worse than that timeless serpent. The minions are doing an annoying thing every turn, like maybe unleashing, like I was saying earlier on, like because you've only got like 1 basic card in there, this Carriode Colony that makes from the beginning of the game makes him unleash every single turn, has got 8 health, so he's a bit tough to get rid of when you're only doing 1 damage a turn. That could make a big difference early on, but he would have had like another power that would have made things annoying. But yeah, there we go. Always good to have a little win and be able to carry on with stuff. Reindeer, Red Dwarf. I'm missing things from all of our fighting. But Rach, have we got some story?
After you finish your battle with the source of the surrounding blight, Rhea steps forward, ready to incinerate the remains, but you hold her back long enough to examine what is left of the creature. Its skeletal body looks older than the world itself, the face sunken beyond recognition. On its cloak is the symbol of Zaxos. Just like Arachnos, this man was a mage once, but now he is more nameless than human. The thought chills you. You had no idea that there were so many followers of Zaxos still out here, or just how dangerous they had become. You are pulled from your reverie by Talix sauntering up to you, restored from his untimely aging. I thought I was done for when I ran into a bunch of Zaxos cronies, but this thing showed up and killed everyone, even its own brothers. Well, it would have been everyone if you hadn't saved me. Talix nudges the creature's body with his foot. That thing walked like a human, dressed like one of theirs, but there was no humanity behind those eyes. Commander Soskul grows serious. Perhaps that was what Arachnos wanted me to become. Silence falls across your group as you all pause to consider what might have happened if no one had come to his rescue. Talix breaks the unhappy silence with his unusual exuberance. But hey, we won! He throws himself around Soskul's shoulders in a dramatic embrace. I never thought I'd see you again, Commander. With his chin still on Soskul's shoulder, Talix tosses an irreverent salute. Soskul shakes his head and pushes Talix off of him. Rhea pats her lost companion roughly on the back twice, barely concealing her amusement. I can't leave you alone for 2 minutes, can I? Text is hard to read from far away. After the reunion, Talix begins. When my squad went down against that spider, I was helpless. Soskul had been taken and all I could do was run. I took what treasures I could from my fallen teammates for safekeeping. I'll show you where they're buried. You follow Talix, enjoying his energetic chatter. Finally, he stops beneath a strange tree, digs a little, and comes up with his hands full of treasures. He hands them out to your party. Open Deck 3B.
Oh, yeah.
And Envelope 3B.
First time now, we haven't done this bit before, so we are genuinely opening the things. Okay, Rach.
Or not.
Oh.
Alex didn't expect him to look like that. There he is. Chain Gangster. His nickname is the Chain.
The chain.
His complexity 6 rating. His power. Destroy 2 sparks in your hand. If you do, shuffle your turn order card into the turn order deck so you get to go again. Or Gravehold gains 5 life.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's just got loads of sparks. He's got no money. Well, unless that's what this is.
Where's all the starting cards?
You got the deck.
Oh, it'll be in the new cards, won't it? That we've just unlocked. So, Vanasium.
Oh yeah, gain a ether. Discard up to 3 spells in your hand. Gain 1 ether for each spell discarded this way. And you may put this card on top of your deck. That makes up for it.
Okay, so new cards we've got. A really expensive gem. Gain 3 money or destroy a card in the supply pile and you do 3 damage.
Ooh.
Link Conduit. Attach this to any player's breach. 2 spells may be prepped to this breach, and that doesn't go away. I suppose it's expensive. Kinda, but that's pretty huge, isn't it?
Not 8, is it?
Especially putting it in like your 4 or something like that.
Oh, this is a pretty picture. Reverberating Shock is Echo as well. Deal 1 damage, gain an ether that can only be used to gain cards.
Nice.
Is that all of them?
Nope. Then we've got a load of these. So I forget the rules that it told us about how we use the level 3s.
Yeah, because we have level 2s for the next scenario as well.
Yeah, so like the story of it, like it gives you 4 to start off with, like characters, and 1 nemesis, I think. But everything else is in envelopes,
Yes,
and you
Monica.
unlock it and sealed decks and stuff.
Now I get to be Talix, Monica. Look at him. Chain Gangster.
So these treasure level 3s, each player chooses one and puts it on their player mat. Level 3 treasures may only be used by the player that chose them.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got a level 1, 2, and 3 for the final battle.
When you gain a spell, gain a life. At the start of your turn, gain an ether that can be used to gain relics. When you gain a relic, put it on top of your deck. At the start of your first turn of the game, focus each of your closed breaches once. But it's only useful at the start. At the start of your first turn of the game, gain a card that costs 4 or less. Quick Pearl. When you cast 2 or more spells during your casting phase, gain 2 money. Spells that cost 2 or more deal an extra damage. That seems good because all the spells cost 2 or more.
Well, it's everything except your sparks, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And your starting things. That's pretty good. Well, I like them. Well, they'll all be like in aid of helping you against presumably the hardest thing in the game there. So there we go. That is Battle 3. Thanks very much for watching us. Support the channel on Patreon if you would like to help us make more things and do more games and do them better and all of that stuff. You get some benefits from it, but mainly join our community. Join the 168 lovely people that support us at this moment. Help us get to 200 and help us keep going. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.